Okay, here I am, attempting the Danish Gambit. I played d4. I think I was supposed to play e4, actually, but the plan is to sacrifice a pawn. So right here, I bait him into taking my d4 pawn. The idea is pretty much the same. Once he takes that, I offer him another pawn. Once he takes that, I offer him another pawn, develop my light square bishop. Now I develop my dark square bishop, and I got them both pointing at his king side. He puts his queen in front of his king, which is not a very good idea because I could attack it more easily. Here I defend my pawn with a knight move. It's saying I should have made another knight move, but then I would have been blocking my dark square bishop, and I don't really like that idea. So he's going to push his pawn to d5, attack my bishop, and I'm going to get tunnel vision. I'm thinking if I move my knight forward, he's protected by the dark square bishop. He might take it with his queen, and then I'd take his queen down. But I should have just rocked my light square bishop back one square. He takes my bishop. Here, I don't really know which knight to take it with, but I took it with my knight that was already developed. I guess it's good that I took with that knight because then I kind of opened up the file a little bit from his to his king and his queen. His queen is still in front of the king. So right now I sacrifice a knight and bait him to take it with his queen. And if he takes it with his queen, I'm gonna rock my rook over one square and pin his queen to his king, which means I'll win his queen. So there he fell into the trap. Now his queen is pinned. He can't take the knight or anything like that because he can't move himself into check. So he ends up, he could rock back to develop a knight or a bishop or something if he wants me to take on his side of the board. But he takes my rook down with his queen, putting me in check. There's only one move there, is to take with the queen. And that'll put him in check. And then my plan is going to be to get the other rook involved since his king is stuck in the middle of the board. He's kind of underdeveloped, and that's kind of the plan of the Danish Gambit, is you sacrifice a few pawns in the beginning to open up the board and attack your opponent's king in the center. So it's saying I could have put him in check with the knight. I want to get my rook behind my queen. So I could have just moved my queen forward and then put the rook behind it, but I made not the best rook move to begin with. But now I'm going to try to get that rook behind the queen and put pressure on that knight that's pinned to the king. Saying I could have put him in check and forked him in the pawn on h7, and then I could take that rook down. It would actually trap the rook if I took that pawn, because the knight's not really defending the pawn. It would still be pinned to the king with my rook on e1. So now I'm gonna attack his knight But I'm really trying to attack the knight on e7, the one that's pinned to the king. I want to get my queen to e7 with the rook behind it. So my plan is to sacrifice off this bishop for his bishop. Now he has to move his king. I'm gonna sacrifice off my knight because I want my bishop to have an open line at his knight. Now my plan is to sacrifice my bishop. He takes back with his bishop. It's a mistake. He should have moved his king. Now checkmate. Piece was only defended by the king, and I got my rook behind my queen defending it. Danish Gambit, successful.